Hey there, friends and neighbors. This is Brent out here at Four Pastures Farm. Welcome back to the farm. We have got coming your way the long-awaited, much-anticipated tractor modification videos. We're also going to do some tractor servicing in preparation for the last mowing of the year. Y'all stick around with us. We're going to get some work done. All right, y'all. So the last couple of mowing videos that I did actually took me about a month and a half of weekends to get finished. I cut the back field, and about 80% of the way through, I had a mechanical failure. Actually, one of the wheels came off, which is not a good thing. And what's in these boxes is part of the reason why, and it's also the solution. So let's see what's in these boxes here. So here you go. Wheel spacers from Bora Wheel Spacers. I have to say that they are built and manufactured and machined, threaded extremely well. They're really heavy, really sturdy, and durable. I had to send one back because when they sent them to me initially, they didn't send the right hardware with it, which eventually caused the threads and the lugs to back out, causing the wheel to fall off. And when that happened, it actually sheared off in here, this little rim. I don't know if you can see that very well. There's a lip right in here, and you'll see when we get ready to install these here in just a minute how that fits on the tractor. So it's pretty important that this piece is here. So when that piece sheared off, I didn't shear the whole thing off, it actually just took a big chunk out of it because the hub on the tractor is harder than these. So this came off, the wheel came off. I had to rethread all of the holes on the hub in the field by hand, and it was, I don't know, August something, 100 and something degrees, so that was not a fun job, definitely a hot, sweaty job. So I went ahead and put the wheels back on the tractor as they were in the original factory state, just so I could finish mowing, and I contacted Bora, and when I contacted them, they said, okay, send us pictures, and then go ahead and send us the spacers back, and we'll take care of it. Which is great. They stood behind their product, really no questions asked. They just wanted pictures to make sure that they understood what the problem was and what the solution needed to be. So I was thrilled to hear that it was initially seemingly going to be pretty easy. I sent them back, and when they got them and looked at them, they said, yeah, we'll get them back out to you within a week. 3 weeks later, I finally got a hold of somebody, and they're like, oh, okay, yeah, we'll get it back out here by the end of the week. Another 3 weeks goes by, and I finally get a hold of somebody again after countless calls and text messages and emails and such. And finally got a hold of somebody, and they apparently had a miscommunication between the front office and the machine shop where they make these pieces. And I guess we're supposed to do the replacement piece. I called once I got the tracking information just to confirm that they had included the correct hardware, and the hardware wasn't in there. Right, you'll see the different pieces here in just a minute. It wasn't in there, so that may have been why it didn't come overnight, and it took Friday. We'll discount the weekend, and we'll say Monday, and then they showed up Tuesday, like 8 o'clock in the evening or something. I think UPS or something like that. So the fact that they had to maybe pull it back out of their outgoing boxes to put the correct hardware in it, maybe they missed the shipment, outgoing shipment that day. Once they finally realized that, it did actually go pretty quick, and I am happy to say and pleased that they stood behind their product, and every time that they realized there was a mistake, they jumped right on it to take care of it. The only thing is getting them to realize that there's a breakdown and getting a hold of somebody to let them know that that breakdown has occurred. So let's get these installed, y'all. Come on, let's do it. All right, to make sure we've got a good solid and tight fit here, we're going to go ahead and get these hubs cleaned up. This is the replacement lug that they sent. You can see it does in fact look like a lug here on the outside, and it's tapered and then threaded here. What they sent initially was essentially a hex bolt almost, just a standard lug. There was no taper here. And I don't know if there's any way you can see down in there. Inside the hole here, it actually is tapered in the bottom, and it's got grooves in there to help bite into the tapered piece of this. So that just makes so much more sense. Mechanically speaking, physically speaking, it makes sense. My assumption was that the ones that they sent initially were sized correctly to then bite into the grooves inside these holes here. Apparently that was not the case. So, all right, there you go. Let's get them installed. You can see you've got the hub here, and then there is a small lip right here, right? So you've got this piece here, and then a lip here on the outside. So these will mount on here, and you can see as soon as I put it on there, I haven't put any bolts on it. The only wiggle that's coming there is actually from the whole hub turning. So once I put these lugs through here and bolt it into the hub, we should be golden. And then quite simply the tire will just bolt on to the outside of these spacers the same way that it would to the hub. can see here, this little lip is super important. It's what holds the center of your hub here. Takes a lot of the pressure off of the lugs themselves and actually holds it. When I got this tractor from the dealership, there were lugs on here. Certainly they went the other direction, right? These are poking out. The factory ones actually went in and connected into the hub. And you can see that there are little black lines on here. These are some of the original lug nuts that came with the tractor, and you can see that there's a black line on there. And what they had done is put a line from the hub over the bolt or the lug that went in so that you could see if at some point it started to back out. And I've had that problem before. Unfortunately, Kioti apparently is known for that with these front hubs. So what I've done here, I just went to, I'm not going to say the name of the store because it's just one of those big box stores where you can get everything from groceries to car tires. And in their arts and crafts aisle, came up with an orange paint pen. So what I'm going to do is just cover over the original factory marks here. And it is not Kioti orange by any means. But when I come back with the black one here in just a second and put new marks on it, it will be easier to tell which ones are the factory or not, and whether any of my lugs are backing out. Almost good as new. So I'm going to put these on here super loose, and then I'll come back with the torque wrench in the same way that I did the ones on the inside of the hub and the spacer, and get them torqued to spec. Yep, we're going to do some more here on this too. I do not want any of this stuff coming off. Alright, we're going to hit these little spots here with the orange one more time just to knock them out good. Well, I guess I'm not doing that one. It's right there in the spacer. And then what we'll do is we'll come in with a black and put a new mark. And now, if these things ever start to back out, I will be able to tell pretty quickly and easily that those lines no longer line up. These are actually the replacement lugs for this side. This is the side that had the wheel come off, and you can see where there's a little bit of marring here on the original tractor hub. The other side is done. We're going to breeze through this one as quick as we can. Come on, y'all. Let's get it done. All right, we're going to apply more of the orange magic here. All right, and we'll crank these in here pretty loosely, and then we'll come back and torque them in. Oof. Whew. We're going to put orange color here on the inside just so we can visually inspect these as well. Easier said than done. I ain't no NASCAR guy. And I'm going to put these on here just super loose. Actually, I probably won't even go all the way on. Okay, maybe they won't go on at all. I ain't no NASCAR guy.